Hello there, my beautiful collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh, what is up with you, collective? Interesting energy here. Oh, look at this. Wheel of Fortune energy. There's the Eight of Wands. A lot of you, that sort of stuck, stagnant, karmic energy. Those of you that are stuck in it versus those of you who are moving forward in it. The Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. Putting that time, energy, and effort into yourself. Those of you that sort of set your ass down on a lot of that shit. You're doing the healing. Those of you allowing Aquarius vibes to sort of come in. There should be good communication when it comes to you. You should be able to talk things out, work things out, or move the fuck on from that energy. There should be more resolution energy when it comes to you. Those of you that's making choices. My oh my, I love this. The energy has switched up for some of you, not everyone. So a lot of you still have cross-watcher energy. Some of you have multiple cross-watchers going on here. So damn, you're going up against a lot of sort of stuck, stagnant energy, but a lot of you are pulling through it and focusing more on you, investing in yourself, which investing in yourself is always the best sort of investment you can make, because you're always left with you. No matter what, right? Oh, I'm loving this energy. Take what's yours, leave what's not. Look at this. King of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune energy. Woo! Some of you, that's that sort of stuck, stagnant Capricorn energy. So you know when the good's there, when the opportunities are there, so are the opportunists. So those of you, do be mindful in that. Just be mindful of keeping things on a more healing perspective. Looking at things from a more positive sort of standpoint. Heal the wound, but leave the scars. Some of you, there's a little bit of spirituality on this. So some of you could definitely be going through something either in a philosophical way, or some of you in regards to your sort of religious beliefs. Someone does not like the fact that you've made some choices. Some of you, it's more than one energy. So damn. A lot of you, that's a sort of weighted energy. That's that weighted energy when it comes to you. Lord have mercy. Take what's yours and leave what's not. Such a beautiful, beautiful vibe. Hopefully you're feeling it. I'm sending you that peace, love, and light, and the clarity you need to make the decisions you need to make. Especially healthy decisions. Breaking free from a lot of this sort of stuck, stagnant energy. A lot of you have too much cross-watcher vibes. Way too much cross-watcher vibes. But if you got cross-watchers, that means you're doing something right. So I like this vibe with you. So what's the energy here? Well, these two wanted to come out together. So the Capricorn energy is sort of bearing the weight of this sort of burden right now. So a lot of you sticking out of that, getting out of that sort of stuck, stagnant energy. Now I wanted to be at the bottom. So a lot of you, that's the basis energy. Removing any toxic connections that you don't need. Some of you finding the sort of positivity in things, sort of switching that negative energy up. I always say with Sagittarius, some of you, it's the difference between hellfire and brimstone, and our God is a loving God. So, damn, this is that patience energy a lot of you have, which is why you're sending out a lot of sort of perplexed energy. Those of you that's hard to read, those of you whose storylines have switched up, those of you who are looking at things from a different, more healed sort of perspective, you're not feeding that stuck, stagnant energy. So there's a lot of attention seekers out there that you're not giving the attention to that they wish you would. There's the Ace of Wands. There's that sort of magician's energy. This is that growth energy coming in for you. This is that sort of switch up in energy too. So you're looking at everything instead of just like stuck, stagnant relationships or partnerships. Some of you, hopefully you're not into that cross-watcher energy. There's the Tower energy. Some of you, those are like the blessings blockers as well. Cross-watchers watch because they can't see. So some of you, allow that energy. What's that positive sort of forward movement? This is definitely controlling your sort of online energy, being mindful of the sort of opportunities out there. Some of you that have paid more attention to your astrology now, that could be helping you make smarter decisions. Those of you knowing when to sort of put forward what you need to and when to sort of pull back. This is definitely a change up in philosophy with you as well. Those of you optimistic about love, those of you optimistic about dating, this is like a nesting energy with you as well. So you're looking at things from a different standpoint. Definitely far more stable and far more realistic expectations when it comes to your romantic relationships or partnerships. There's the King of Wands. That's that sort of passionate energy. Those of you that are taking a little bit of a puritanical route when it comes to your relationships or partnerships. So you're not letting it just turn into a overly physical connection. You actually establish some really healthy boundaries. There's that Chariot energy. This is allowing that change to come in that a lot of you have been needing for a long time. But there's a healing when it comes to this as well. So those of you doing the shadow work, those of you not being stuck or stagnant, those of you breaking free from a lot of that sort of toxic codependency. Doesn't have to be romantic. A lot of you got way too much crosswatcher vibes. So, you know what I mean? This is the Judgment, but you got 3 distinct energies right there. And there you got the Tower card. So those of you putting yourself first and focusing on you first and foremost, boy, does that create a disturbance in the sort of energy field around you. So over top of this awakening, you got the 3 of Wands. There's the Sun card. Some of y'all, your crosswatchers don't like what the hell they're seeing as well. So, Lord have mercy. Definitely not everyone's sort of vibe here. There's the Page of Cups. There's the Queen of Swords. There's the King of Cups. Or the Knight of Cups, excuse me. And there's the 6 of Cups. Over top of all that is the Ace of Swords. So a lot of them karmic ties and connections, you're sort of severing it. Because you've looked at things from a different perspective. Those of you that don't want that same sort of stale-ass energy, the same sort of stale-ass opportunities, those of you that were dealing with emotionally immature people, so the passion might have been there, but trying to get some sort of emotional response, that just wasn't happening. The Queen of Swords there with the Knight of Cups. Some of you are leaving that sort of karmic energy with the karmic energy. So this is what's making the difference. Severing the ties and connections you don't need, which is basically keeping you blocked. Ooh, look at this vibe. The Fool, the Queen of Wands. For a lot of you, the overly passionate connections aren't really working. There's a lot of people who's looking at things from a different perspective as well. There's a lot of people that's taking like a little vow of celibacy, or they're being mindful of the sort of passionate connections that they do allow in. A lot of people aren't allowing themselves to be overwhelmed. Just because the passion is there doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get the emotional connection that you need. So that's the sort of toss-up when it comes to that. If you're not, don't be so thirsty, right? The Page of Swords. Someone realizes that you're different now. Those of you that have allowed this sort of change to come in. Those of you that aren't stuck in this type of vibe. Now, every one of you are on a different path. Every one of you are on a different sort of timeline here. So take what's yours and leave what's not. But focusing on that codependency. You're wanting like a loving, sort of God-given, God-blessed relationship or partnership. But it can't start with this sort of just carnal type connection, right? Ooh, Lord have mercy. That's why a lot of you are creating this interesting sort of stir-up, this interesting sort of change. And then you got the ever-loving King of Cups. Lord have mercy. It's never lack of opportunities for a lot of you. It's what's the right choice for you right now. Those of you that consciously made these decisions, that's what makes the difference. Those of you that's looking at things from a different sort of perspective, there's far more clarity. This feels like that Aquarius sort of wind of change coming in. That it sort of brought about this change of it's just a whole different change, a whole different perspective, a whole different way of looking at things. Sort of combating that sort of negative energy with the Capricorn vibes. Oh my God, look at this. Sweet Jesus. You got the High Priestess, the Lovers, the Temperance Angel, and there's the Hierophant energy. So, damn. This is definitely people who are wanting more loving, kind relationships or partnerships. But they know that isn't going to come about just because you have a very sort of intimate connection that's very passionate. This is so fucking interesting, and everyone's going to be sort of looking at things from a different perspective when it comes to this as well. It's not so much the karmic vibes, because that is just such a repeat of the same old that really gets you nowhere. This is definitely looking at everything from a completely different perspective. The good, the bad, the stagnant, what you don't need, what you do need, what your expectations are. Switching up how you date, switching up who you date. Choosing better partners. Those of you not going back into the same old type relationships or partnerships. A lot of you recognizing when a relationship or partnership isn't going to be the perfect match for you. You know you're in this energy if you've turned down opportunities for passionate connections, because you know that's really not the sort of loving relationship or partnership that you need. That's definitely not a way to begin that relationship or partnership. It's more investing in yourself and making smarter choices, holding yourself in higher regards. A lot of you, this was like an astrological change that some of you probably did, not even realizing it. Because you're sort of protecting yourself from that sort of negative energy that you don't need. So, watch your favorite astrologer. Those of you that have been paying more attention astrologically. Some of you, there's so much sort of energy wanting to come towards you, but in a manipulating sort of factor. You got to sort of feed that energy as well. So those of you that's manifesting, don't turn away from what it is you're manifesting for like pittance, for like little ass offers, little ass opportunities. Because that's that sort of distractor vibe. Those of you that have turned your back to that energy, it's like smooth vibes with you. I like the energy here of trusting that. This is like low tide energy, right? So you're not being overwhelmed emotionally with anything. A lot of you, your cross watchers are noticing this, so that makes the difference. Those of you, if your readings are switching up, those of you that's off your socials, those of you that's off the dating apps, those of you that are more focused on healthier opportunities. Those of you that's really looking at those connections that you thought was heaven sent. Oh, God sent you the perfect person, but it was basically the sort of Capricorn in disguise that brought more burdens than what they did that sort of happily ever after you were interested in. So those of you who are in the abstaining type decision making, those of you who are basing a relationship or a partnership off something more than just sort of carnal desires. Take what's yours and leave what's not. A lot of you, you've been in this energy, some of you not even realizing it. It's that Aquarius energy. There's more wish fulfillment when it comes to you too. So your cross watchers aren't liking that you're actually finding success. You're actually focusing on what's good for you. You're sort of breaking that karmic tie connection. This don't even have to be X energy for a lot of you. This is you that's making smarter choices with who you date. Hopefully you're out there dating, but you're learning how to date. Not every date is going to be earth-shattering. Not every person you meet does it have to turn into anything. Ooh, there's the or the High Priestess energy. Ooh, look at that. Oh, you're definitely hard to read. You're definitely hard to read. But your intuition is definitely on point too. So you're able to navigate the right relationships or partnerships. Some of you have turned down opportunities, not realizing you avoided a very karmic situation, a very karmic person. Those of you that don't deal with people with messy exes. Some of you have turned down more than one opportunity. That would have been a very karmic sort of relationship or partnership. Be it your energy or just the connection. A lot of you are blocking that energy so it doesn't sort of affect you. This is that Piscean energy. Those of you, hopefully you're getting your checkups and you're being very safe. You're being very conscious of the choices that you're making. You're making smarter choices. Drink plenty of water. Stay moisturized. Stay hydrated. Wear your sunscreen. This is like leech energy. This is like tick energy. Ooh. Allowing that balance to come in. Hopefully a lot of you are feeling that balance, because that's really what makes the difference. But you're the one that brings that balance in by the choices that you make. This is not going to be everyone, so take what's yours and leave what's not. This isn't hopeful in love. This is optimistic when it comes to relationships or partnerships. This is open to relationships or partnerships. Looking at things from, for some of you, more of a Puritan type way. Someone's really going to have to put in some time, energy, or effort before it turns into some sort of codependency. Damn, look at you go. Definitely not everybody's. Take what's yours and leave what's not. Anything else for this? It's very fun. It's very interesting. Yeah, there's that Eight of Swords. That's that sort of Puritan vibe. Some of you may laugh, but those of you who aren't like just putting it out there for everybody, those of you that's really like, no, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. Some of y'all waiting till you get to know someone's emotional capacity before you even try to put any sort of passion on top of it. Especially if you attract the sort of those that put just enough in there to sort of create the illusion of a relationship or partnership, but they don't really plan on focusing on it. Some of you not dealing with those people who have messy exes any fucking way. What's the song for you? Take what's yours, leave what's not. Focus on the positive. I'll be alright as long as there's light from a neon moon. This is like those fabricated emotions. This is like those fabricated opportunities. It comes down to that sort of Piscean energy. Those that sort of, there's a lot that you don't know. There's a lot of sort of back energy here that you don't need. This is messy energy. It's relationships or partnerships that someone really doesn't have the emotional capacity. They might have the passion, but there's no emotion to it. So what kind of partnership are you looking for? What kind of relationship are you wanting? Some of you, it's avoiding that sort of manufactured energy. Those of you who aren't really putting forth the time, energy, or effort for it too. So you're not going to go out of your way with any relationship or partnership. That's almost like a test for you. How far or how much are you willing to do? It's that sort of a stagnant energy. Those of you with your online dating as well, I think a lot more of you are expecting the easy. Some of you aren't interested in the long distance relationships or partnerships. Some of you are off of any relationship or partnership where you realize if you can't even make it work long distance, can you make it work if you're actually in the same town, in the same city? Not everybody's vibe, so take what's yours and leave what's not. What's over this Capricorn energy and the Ten of Wands? Those of you that's finally single, that's just going to stay single for a hot minute before you kind of rush off into another relationship or partnership. There's a puritanical type view to this. So some of you, this is like a rather chaste energy. So chaste is in C-H-A-S-T-E, D type relationship or partnership. She got her head in the clouds and she's not backing down. This girl is on fire. Some of y'all, maybe you took a little... some of y'all, maybe you had to take a break because there was a burning sensation. So you're kind of learning your lesson when it comes to that too. Take what's yours and leave what's not. Lord have mercy. Oh, you got a little bit of Hank Williams down there on the bottom of that. Lord have mercy. This is giving me Evita vibes. She won't climb over the back of the bar to be accepted. Oh, double chariot energy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Finding that fulfillment within yourself, though, that really makes all the difference. I love the double chariot vibes with you. We are coming up on a Cancer, is it the Cancer new moon? There's the Four of Cups and there's the Ace of Cups. Holding out for better relationships or partnership. Those of you wanting more of an emotional connection. That's what really makes the difference. Whew. Take what's yours, leave what's not. A lot of you, the drama don't work. I like the Puritan type vibes with this. So maybe some of y'all had to take a break because there was a burning sensation. Some of you, you kind of pulled back without even realizing you were pulling back. There's a lot of this sort of manufactured energy when it comes to you too. That's how that sort of karmic energy works. It's messy energy. It's messy energy. This isn't all that elaborate with you. This isn't all that sort of, what's the word? This is a cool, calm type vibe. This is a feeling good, looking good, focusing on yourself, making smart choices. Maybe you had to take a break because there was a burning sensation, but you're realizing that. This is really a Puritan type vibe. So that may sound funny for some of you. Some of you have probably mentioned that you feel like a Puritan. Almost prudish. Almost prudish when it comes to this. But it really does make a difference. That Eight of Swords with that sort of fog energy there is kind of like the Seven of Cups. Very reminiscent of the Seven of Cups. There's no Seven of Cups vibe around you. So there's no sort of illusions when it comes to your relationships or partnerships. Take what's yours, leave what's not. This definitely isn't everybody's vibe. What else do you need to know before we move on from this? 2323 on the phone. 55, you bring the change. You bring the change. You know, see, there's always so much. Is this even what you're focused on? There's the Hermit. There's the Six of Pentacles. There's that Aquarius energy. Those of you with plenty of cross watchers, you're definitely showing up at a different mood. You're definitely showing up with a different sort of focus. There's that Ace of Cups. Lord help you. Moisturize, hydrated, wear your sunscreen. Eight of Cups, Six of Swords, the Hangman energy, and there's the King of Pentacles. There's not a whole lot of sort of disturbance energy. There's not a whole lot of emotional overwhelming when it comes to you. I feel like you're meeting your own emotional needs right now. So you're not trying to fill any voids. There's nothing or no one that's going to really overwhelm you when it comes to a relationship or partnership. Some of you are beyond that. You're realizing that that isn't really how it goes. So your relationships or partnerships, you're taking a different approach to it. More puritanical. Six of Swords, the Hangman energy, and there's the King of Pentacles. It's like safe passage for you as you sort of focus on the right opportunities. A lot of you, it brings in the right relationships or partnerships. tangible relationships or partnerships. So you're going to get to know somebody and take your time before you put any sort of emotional attachment to it. Some of you realizing the more boring the date is, probably the more likely that they're going to be a good sort of match for you. Those of you that aren't interested in like that first date being everything and feeling like oh, they're the one. Some of you just learning to date. That's almost like the Gong Show energy as well. So you're going to have a lot of first dates. You're going to have a lot of first dates. You're definitely keeping your cross-watchers busy, wondering and guessing. My, oh my. Look at you grow. I love this for you. Anything else? I feel like you need more, but some of you really don't. Take what's yours and leave what's not. This is a puritanical vibe. Is that even a word? It's like Puritan vibe. Some of you by choice and some of you not by choice. Some of God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers. Oh, I love this. There will be an answer. Let it be. Oh. Some of you are realizing those connections you thought were going to be great really weren't. So you're thanking God that opportunity didn't really show up. That opportunity didn't really work out. There's too much sort of manufactured energy for some of you. I like the fact the Seven of Cups didn't show up, but I love this sort of hazy fog type vibe when it comes to you, which for a lot of you is rather reminiscent of that Seven of Cups energy. Notice the floating on the breeze there. Look, you're definitely coming across as very standoffish. I love this with you. But damn. Some of you need to be in that energy. It's sort of well, it's kind of like being in the clouds, right? Fog is basically clouds down here on Earth. This is more of a realistic viewpoint. Damn, look at you go. Some of you, those missed opportunities were blessings in disguise. Be mindful of the manufactured connections. Be mindful of the manufactured connections. Take what's yours, leave what's not. Focus on the positive. If you're in this energy, you're making smart choices. Your life is probably maybe a little dull, but yeah, you kind of like that. You do have that sort of web energy around you. You definitely have a lot of cross-watcher energy. Some of y'all 3 or more. So, I guess you got a fan club. Focus on you and stay in this vibe. You're going to be good. Double Chariot energy. We do have a Cancer, I think, new moon coming up here. Some of you are avoiding that sort of Queen of Cups vibe. Someone don't like the fact they can't emotionally manipulate you anymore either. So you're not trying to fill any voids. It's like, fuck the sentimentality. That's not really what you're interested in. Some of you, it's getting out of that sort of emotional manipulation as well. We end on the 5 of Cups. You notice the 3 energy right there. So damn. Your fan club energy. Your cross-watchers. Damn, look at this with you. Absolutely beautiful. Take what's yours, leave what's not. Some of you be mindful of the crocodile tears as well. Some of you were a missed opportunity, and some of you are realizing that opportunity was definitely not what you needed. Take what's yours and leave what's not. A lot of you, there's not a whole lot you need to do. But sort of stay optimistic. Oh, I love the rainbow vibes on that. Stay optimistic. Good luck, God bless, like, share, subscribe. Ring the bell if you're ever so inspired to. Peace, love, and light.